Hello and welcome to What I Ate in a Day as a Chronic Illness Baddie. Cozy edition. Started off this day watching off YouTube and hooked up to my TENS unit. I'm going to a chiropractor. It turns out I have a crooked pelvis. So we're fixing that. Today it was cold and rainy and I had my beanie on, I had my fleece on, I was thriving and ready to eat cozy foods and do cozy activities. If you've been watching my vlogs, you know that I actually meant to sew the Lana Del Rey patches on a pair of shorts like a month ago, but I had like my coffee maker exploded and I spent the whole day cleaning my kitchen instead of sewing. But today, we started off the day with a little bagel to get me ready for sewing. Now this was gonna be a Cajun air fried salmon bagel. I made the salmon, I think, 2 days before I filmed this, and like it's not good to like leave fish in the fridge for like weeks at a time, you know? So I needed to work through that. I discovered that ice was not ready. So I put it back and I got back in there with some actually frozen ice cubes. For me, it was just like a very at-home cafe type vibes. Salmon bagel with cream cheese and like an iced coffee. Like, what more does anyone need to be happy? Ugh. Beautiful. Who doesn't love a fucking iced coffee? Like, be so for real. Oh yeah, I don't know if I said this already. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram. Links to everything, all the creators, and like stuff that I mentioned will be in the description box, as well as my Instagram. Oh look, don't take a shot every time I wipe up the counter. You will die of cirrhosis in 7 minutes. I'm clumsy as fuck. I made a friend a while ago, and she like looked at the way I moved, and she was like, "Are you on the spectrum? Do you got like dyspraxia?" And I was like, "Probably, but like being diagnosed with things is for rich people." So, yeah. It's for people whose parents were rich. Anyway. Yeah, that was my little salmon. I love salmon so much. Like, sometimes I want to end it all, but then I remember that, like, there's probably not salmon in hell, so I keep trucking. I'm just a bear, bro. I'm so fucking bear-coated. Like, all I want to do is sleep and eat salmon. Then I put some everything bagel seasoning. Usually I put it in the cream cheese, but today I just, like, forgot or whatever. Like, I be fucking up all the time. So, you know how it is. Like, if you're watching these videos, like, if you want to see, like, a beautiful woman with no problems, like, curate, like, a perfect life, there's a million videos like that, but I'm not her. Oh yeah, usually I would prefer to have, like, alcaparras. What is that in English? It is capers. I would love to have capers or, like, pickled red onions, but I didn't have them. All I had was those pickled jalapenos, so we put the pickled jalapenos on everything. That shit is all you need to be happy. Yeah, look at that bagel, like, got some cucumbers, salmon, cream cheese, everything bagel seasoning, pickled jalapenos, like, fire. This was such a beautiful, rainy, cold day. We almost never have them here, so when we get them, it feels like a special treat. And I was just so stoked to have, like, a cozy day in my house, like, vibing. This was probably the first Saturday in, like, months where I literally had nothing to do, like, not any, like, real chores to get done, not any, like, things scheduled with any of my friends or any, like, important errands to get done. I was just straight up vibing. I'm gonna be traveling soon, so, like, I'm really feeling that, like, be in the house vibing type shit. I want to, like, luxuriate in my private space before I go off. Rewatching this right now, I record the voiceover. I want a bagel so bad. Yeah, then these are Lust and Wrath patches. Now, I was inspired. This is Lana Del Rey and the Fuck It, I Love You / The Greatest music video. When I saw this, like, years ago, it was a cultural reset for me, and I actually bought these patches for these shorts, like, in my, like, mid-20s, I think, and I had them on another pair of shorts, but those got destroyed, so I ended up throwing out the shorts and saving the patches, and finally putting them on the back of my current favorite pair of booty shorts. I know some people will be like, oh, if you're fat, you can't wear booty shorts, you can't wear this, you can't do whatever. Yes, you can, man. Like, I've been really into Mihan Reku recently. He's like a YouTube DJ guy. I love all of his sets, and I had this on while I was working on sewing the patches on the back of my shorts. Now, keep in mind, I'm not a professional seamstress, so I'm not gonna do a really good job. This is not a tutorial, alright? Like, when you're DIYing shit just for your own purposes, it really doesn't matter if it's, like, perfect or not. You know, you can just get it done. I want to get better at sewing and actually, like, start altering my clothing. But this was, like, a pretty low-stakes thing, you know? So, I wasn't sweating about it. You shouldn't stress about it either. Like, especially for DIY shit, if it looks a little fucked up, that's just more punk rock. So, like, embrace it. Don't be like those poor brainwashed neocon TikTok kids, man. Embrace the wabi-sabi of it all. Yeah, so I'm a little blind as fuck, but we did eventually get the thread through the needle and, like, get all this shit done. But I can't even lie to you, I was having, even though, like, sometimes it was a little annoying because I'm clumsy as shit, it was so meditative and so pleasant to just, like, sit and listen to music in my house and sew these shorts. It was, like, an incredible time. Like, I just love doing it. So, these shorts are a size 24. I pretty much have to wear them with a belt or else they fall the fuck off now, because I lost a little bit of weight since then. But, like, my weight fluctuates up and down. That's part of why you're never really gonna see me be, like, a weight loss channel or, like, promoting weight loss or telling anybody what to do. Like, I have clothes ranging from, like, a 16 to a 24, man. I buy, like, stretchy stuff. I'm mentally ill and physically chronically ill, so, like, she be fluctuating. But honestly, to an extent, like, fluctuating in weight is kind of a part of life and not a moral failing. So, like, we shouldn't be that hype about it. But, yeah, I know, like, some people, like, they don't even want to show, like, what size of clothes they wear on the internet because people will call them fat. But, like, you can literally just look at me and see that I'm fat. You don't even need to, like, check a size or check numbers or whatever. But, yeah, I was really proud of how these turned out. It took me, like, honestly, it took me a really, really long time when I first started. I hadn't sewn anything in years, and I was just, like, my dumb, weird fingers were, like, not catching the groove of the situation. But, I got real into it, and, I figured it out. I'm excited. I have some other projects I want to do, but I don't know if I'll have time to do them before I travel. Probably not, so it looks like that's just some shit that I'll have to get into when I get back. Yo, it'd be so dope if I could, like, alter my own clothes and, like, do cool stuff, like, just sew patches on all my shit. Like, I love the idea of finding ways to reuse, like, everything. And yeah, like, 10 years ago when I tracked down the exact brand and the exact patches that Lana Del Rey had on. I used to be, like, Lana Del Rey was, like, my top most listened to on Spotify for, like, years. I love that woman's music. Though I do recognize that it's partially her fault of, like, the neocon TikTok children. But what are you gonna do, man? I mean, people are a fan of Winston Churchill, and, like, he killed, like, half of India with a famine, so, like, I think I can like Lana Del Rey. Like, who had a worse impact on the culture? Like, let's talk about it. Or people are, like, I don't know, people are, like, fans of at least I'm not a fan of a politician. Like, that's whack. Anyway, Making it happen. Oh, I love that. Was so hot. Yo, when I saw her in those booty shorts in that music video, I was like, that was a cultural reset for me personally. That changed everything. I was like, I must have them, and I impulse bought them. But I think 2 years ago actually, I had to throw out the old pair of shorts they were on, and they've just been like chilling in like a box for like 2 years, man. So it was time to get my shit together. And I'm really glad I did. Like, I felt so accomplished. I felt so proud of myself for accomplishing anything. What a solid ass rainy day activity. And I really like that my nails match the patches. Even though I had to get rid of this nail polish because it's just, I think it's just so old it doesn't work anymore. Which that'll be in like an empties video, which I think will be up a long time before this video comes out. But enjoy this last run of this weird ass nail polish that literally started peeling off my nails like 2 hours after I painted them. And yeah, I took a break in the middle of sewing to do like a 20-minute yoga with Adriene class. It was the cozy flow class to go with the cozy vibes of the day. So you'll see on this day, I changed outfits 97 times. It's because when you live in the mountains, there's extreme temperature fluctuations all day, and I kept spilling shit on myself. Decided to put on some Sweet Whiskey body spray by Bath & Body Works. Oh yeah, my shirt was all wet because I just did a bunch of dishes, but I forgot to film it. Yo, Sweet Whiskey, this smells nothing like whiskey, but it smells so good. It's like sweet red berries. It has a little bit of bass in there. Yeah, for lunch, I really was not hungry, but I know it's important that I get protein in, so I made, like, a salted honey, protein powder matcha. And, it was alright. I didn't take the time to stir it enough, so it was, like, pretty chunky, you know? But, like, you know, if you're just making stuff for yourself, it really doesn't matter if it's, like, the best shit ever or not. Like, if it's just you chilling alone in your house, like, why be anal about it? Like, I know, like, because if you're filming for YouTube, you're supposed to be anal about it, but, like, that's not really the vibe I'm bringing to the internet. Like I said, there's plenty of, like, beautiful, perfect women making beautiful, perfect content. That's not what I'm doing here. I am fucking around and I am not finding out. So, I refuse to find out anything more. I have retired from the finding out game. I do not think, therefore I do not am. But yeah, this was like a solid, like, chocolate protein matcha. And, like, I don't know, maybe it's just because a lot of I did, like, really gentle yoga and I was sitting and sewing most of the time. So, like, I wasn't really that hungry. But, like, I think it is important to, like, try and honor your hunger cues. But also, like, especially if you have a history of EDs, like, all the thin women online pressuring you to only do, it's not alternative eating, what is it? Intuitive eating, yeah, like, there's a ton of, like, thin women who, like, don't have extensive health problems or, like, ED issues, and they're like, everybody needs to intuitively eat because I do it, and I'm like, bitch, like, I'm too fucked up to, like, my body intuition is just, like, constant screams. Anyway, then, I read my little book in bed. This is The Open Veins of Latin America by Eduardo Galeano. I'm slowly making my way through it. It's super dense and upsetting and, like, hard to read, honestly. So, like, I'm slowly making my way through it, but, like, it might be another 10 years before I have finished, you know? Yep, and I'm about to, like, pour matcha all over myself, but I did have, like, a chill and soothing, like, little reading session before I, like, just spilled a shit ton of matcha all over my titties. Like, why does life gotta be like that? Can't win. But yeah, I highly recommend this book if you want to learn about the history, like the political history, and like violent history, and history of the West destroying Latin America. Yeah, there we go. There's all the matcha all over my titties. Then I realized it was like the afternoon and I forgot to put on any sunscreen. So I put on my favorite sunscreen, and that's on the Naturium Phyto Glow Lip Balm. That's an empty now. I just got rid of that. In my empties video, that's the laundry I was ignoring. Don't look at it. Look at my skincare.
At once.
Yeah, that was some clean laundry I needed to put away. And instead of putting it away, I went back to sewing my little jorts. Yo, isn't that, she's just like, the vibes, the style, fucking immaculate.
And if you are a mac and cheese, going to give it that.
She used to put out some fucking musical bangers, like, all the time.
Has chives in it, so I thought that was a nice addition.
Like, I don't know, her latest albums, they are very, like, neocon boring, but she used to be, like, neocon interesting. Miss those days.
Our noodles. I tried doing it directly in the cup.
Yeah, I was feeling smug because I like actually got the thread through and untangled it. I think that took me like 15 minutes, but I didn't make you watch it, so you're welcome.
No liquid left, just these nicely seasoned ramen squiggles.
There's a lot of me struggling, honestly, that I edited out of this just because like I hadn't sewn in a long time. Also, sewing stuff onto the pockets of clothing is like super annoying and difficult. But look at that. I got it together. And I was listening to some Armenian jazz. I've been mad into both Armenian jazz and Ethiopian jazz. Do you know there's actually a connection? During the genocide in Turkey, like some Armenians actually escaped to Ethiopia, and like some of those Armenians who escaped had like input into jazz in Ethiopia, which is super rad. I love history. I love music. I love booty shorts. I'm an intellectual. Yeah. Oh man, I started getting on some stomach meds today, so I'm not gonna be like burping constantly when I record. But I really miss the days when I was just burping constantly for like dramatic effect. But yeah, now my body's healing and whatever, so I'm not like full of angry gas. But I am full of anger. Anyway, that patch, 3/4 of the way done. Hell yeah. Then was time to get that wrath on there. I love some 7 Deadly Sins booty shorts. I want booty shorts that say lose all hope, ye who enter here. That'd be funny as fuck. Isn't that from Lord of the Rings or something? I don't know. Everything kind of blends together in my mind into like a disjointed reference smush. A cultural smoothie, if you will. Damn, I could go for a smoothie, but I think my kefir isn't fermented enough. Maybe tomorrow I'll film a little video, and we'll see how my kefir is doing. He's been really comforting me since the death of my sourdough son Severin, R.I.P. King. Yes, queen. Isn't that just absolute fire? Like, I did a good-ass job. I know some of you are probably, like, professionals or whatever, and you'll be like, that looks like shit. Well, the rest of me also looks like shit, so at least I'm consistent. Yeah. Oh, I was so stoked with these. I can't wait to wear these to the hot chiropractor and make him, like, read the words lust and wrath off of my ass. Yeah, then, I had a little break. I was watching some Taylor Wynn. I love her. She inspires me so much, honestly. Like, yeah, then I watched her vlog and I ate a little banana because I was kind of hungry and I had plans to bake something. So today actually was really cool. I was testing out this baking hack I saw on Instagram. I think it was by, I saw it from Cooking with Kirby. I'll share the link below. It's where you make like a high protein, like instant cake mix by just blending a block of tofu into cake mix. I was like, hell yeah, brother. So I figured I'd try that out. Now, this is one of them old school Latin American ovens that's mostly used to like store pots and pans, and you gotta light it yourself. You got everything is DIY down here, baby girl. Like, yeah, this oven also, like, I have a thermometer in there, but like it's kind of hard to know what actual temperature the oven is, so you just kind of gotta go on vibes. Yeah, here I put on some Italo disco sets. I added this to my Music Rex playlist because I loved it so much, so if you want to listen to what I listen to, check out my Music Rex playlist. Anyway, for this hack, you just needed a 1/4 cup of water, some instant cake mix, and a block of soft tofu. She said you can only use dessert tofu, but like, I don't know, I've lived all over the world and I ain't never seen dessert tofu anywhere. Maybe it's just because I'm stupid though, or I wasn't looking. But this soft tofu actually just worked fine. And I used like a Reese's brownie mix, and honestly this came out fire. Especially after it sat up in the fridge for a while, like, that shit just tasted like pure fudge. It was delightful. I had it this day, and I've had it, I'm recording this a couple days later. I think I've had a piece of this for breakfast 2 days in a row. This is a solid hack that actually works, and I super recommend. Oh, you're about to see me totally fuck this up, I think. So you can see I already have oil and cake shit on the counter. I tried to pour all of the mix into here. Yeah, I don't think I got it on film, but that flopped all over my titties and all over the floor, and I had to pause and clean before I put that bitch in the oven. Now I'm on the brownie mix. It said to cook it for like 38 minutes. I only cooked it for 20 because I like an underbaked brownie, and it developed an incredible texture. Especially, this was it when I popped it out. This has become better after it sat in the fridge, though. It's literally like eating straight up, like, Reese's Peanut Butter Cup fudge. It's fire. Ugh. Shout out to Cooking with Kirby. That's a real-ass hack. Then I made, just some coffee with it, and I sat down to enjoy my little brownie and my little afternoon coffee, and, watch Supernatural. I actually just finished season 2, and, like, I need to, I want to make my video on season 2, but I'm running out of space on my phone, so first I need to get this off my phone, then I need to, edit my empties video and get that off my phone, and then I'll do like the Supernatural season 2 video. See, that came out nice. That shit looks good. That's like a real ass brownie. It's a little flat though, I think because I spilled so much on the floor, but that's not Kirby's fault. I'm just fucking clumsy as hell, you know? I'm bumbling through life, breaking things and fucking around and not finding out. No hugging, no learning, baby girl. Yeah, nice little coffee and milk. And some Supernatural. So honestly, alright, so this What Is and What Should Never Be is one of the most heartbreaking episodes of any television show I've ever seen, and it took me like 4 days to watch it because I kept pausing it and quitting. I just couldn't take it. I'm actually excited to make my video talking about this season of Supernatural, because I think it's where you see like a super the strength of individual episodes, but like the decline of like the overall season arc.
No, I don't think they can really do it.
Yo, these were fire, honestly. Like, that hit the spot 100%. I had no complaints. I was delighted by them. And I enjoyed that. Then I finished pretty much all of Supernatural, and then it was time to make dinner. So I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do, but I'm leaving for a trip soon, and I noticed I had a ton of garlic that was starting to, like, sprout in my fridge. So I was like, I don't want to throw that away. We need to do something with it. So I decided to make, like, a garlic and onion infused oil using all the garlic, because, like, I'm just not gonna eat, like, 1.5 cloves of garlic raw, like, by itself. So I just infused some oil with it, and I used, like, the crunchy garlic and onion as, like, a topping on my dinner. I'm just realizing watching this is gonna be a day where I ate 2 bagels, but it's like, I didn't have any other bread. And, because I only have 1 pot for cooking, and I used that to infuse the oil, so pretty much that only left me with the air fryer. So yeah, this one red pot you're about to see, this is literally the 1 pot I have. So yeah, got all that crushed garlic in there, drenched it in oil. I ended up adding some onions too, just because I was like, hey, like, more flavor is always good, like, why not, you know what I'm saying? Then I added some salt. Stir, 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 stir. Stirring that shit. Yeah, and I just let that be cooking down in there. Yo, my house smelled absolutely fire. Like, nothing smells as good as, like, garlic and onions cooking. Like, Then I threw that little sliver of an onion I had left and some of the big ass onion. Again, like, I just want to make sure all of my produce is used up before I go. Of course, like, if I have extra stuff, I can always leave it from my best friend to eat. But, you know, if I pay for something, I want to try to use it, you know? Choppity, 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 choppity. Damn, so honestly, the raw footage for this video was an hour and a half long. Because I just, like, filmed everything too long while I was doing stuff, and, like, I don't know, I'm not really good at this. I know you definitely can't tell that, like, I don't really know how to film or edit anything. But, like, I'm hoping it's, like, a homey, like, home video vibe that makes you feel, like, more connected to the videos. Like, sometimes when I watch web content, like, produced by, like, influencers, I'm like, this genuinely looks like it could be AI. Like, this person has had so much surgery that, like, they look like a clone of somebody. Like, they're all wearing the same outfits, everything's perfectly styled and manicured. I'm like, this doesn't even feel like real shit. But I don't know if I'm, like, crossing the line where, like, me not knowing what I'm doing just makes these videos suck ass or not. Let me know, like, do you feel kind of, like, comforted and, like, chilled out by seeing more, like, lo-fi stuff? Or, like, I don't know. I enjoy it. I love it when shit feels, like, real. I love reality, I guess. Whatever that means. Yeah, so I decided to, put some... If you're ever eating tomatoes, salt and pepper them and let them sit for a little bit before you eat them. This was just salt and pepper and, like, red wine garlic salt that I bought from that cool older lady. And I let them sit out while, like, my oil was finishing up, and I toasted up some bagels, and I put the infused oil on the bagels before I toasted them, and that shit was just, like, exquisite. Bro, this video's so long, and I'm, like, running out of shit to say. I should probably cut this out, but, like, I filmed all of this, and I don't want to throw away my hard work. But, like, anyway, anybody committed any good crimes lately? Incriminate yourself in my comment section. I'm not a cop. I don't work for the CIA. Ugh, the sizzle. Beautiful. Also in this video, you might have noticed there's, like, a random square pan. My roommate cooked with that, left it there, and I haven't seen her in a week, so I don't know what the vibe is. Like, hopefully she's alive. There's no way to know. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I was putting the garlic and onion infused oil on the bagels before I toasted them. Bread toasted with infused oil is one of the most sensual experiences that, like, human beings can behold. So, just putting that out there. Yeah, and there was in my little air fryer. I also took out some pesto. I was thinking, like, we're gonna have the infused oil, we're gonna have pesto, we're gonna have cottage cheese, we're gonna have seasoned marinated tomatoes, and I'd put, like, the crispy garlic and onions, like, on top of the bagels. But honestly, like, I should have drained the, actual vegetables, because eating that much oil made me so nauseous that I had to eat a ginger candy. But, yeah, I guess I'm getting old and sensitive. Yep, took them out of the air fryer barehanded. That's some cottage cheese for protein. Honestly, I feel like I was just so busy doing other stuff today that, because I didn't actually have, like, a real lunch and this dinner was so late, I was hungry after I ate this, so I ate and watched, some more YouTube videos later. But, yo, if you putting pesto on anything just makes it the best. Like, yo, shout out to the Italians. You know, your invention of pesto almost makes up for your invention of fascism. That's how good pesto is to me. I'm gonna leave that up to you, whether you think I'm joking or not. I'm not gonna explain. Sometimes people always think I'm joking, but I be serious. But sometimes I do be serious. But, like, Not for real. I just be talking. I'm just saying shit. Yeah, then on my little extra tomatoes that are left, I just put on some pesto and some cottage cheese. I was feeling this is giving like a higher protein caprese vibes, perhaps. Maybe that's bullshit. I have been known to be full of shit, so like sounds like me, you know. And I just ate that shit right off the cutting board because like I just did not have it in me to wash anything extra at this time. This was honestly fire. Like 1000% recommend. This was the rest of a cold brew mint and chamomile tea I'd been working my way through for a few days. I love cold brewing tea, especially it's so hot here most of the time. Like, I just want a nice coffee, I want a cold brew tea, I don't want, like, hot drinks when it's hot. This was a fire bagel and I ate it while I think I was still listening to maybe, like, an Italo disco DJ set or something. Ugh. This truly fueled my spirit. Yeah. Yo, some crazy shit's going on outside, but, like, I don't feel like re-recording this whole thing. Like, I got things to do, actually. Like, it's been a couple days since I filmed this, but I'm like, I need to move all this shit off my phone, so, like, we need to go, we need to get it done. Yeah, this hit is like a dinner, but, about an hour later, I was still hungry, so I just had some dumplings with soy sauce, sesame seeds, and, the crispy onions and garlic and a little bit of oil on top. And I watched Black Lit Geek. I'm really into his series where he, like, goes into the book collections of dead people. Like, what a fascinating meditation on death that man is doing. Anyway, this is pretty much the end. That was all I ate into this day. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram. And you can check out, like, I got a whole bunch of playlists of all the other random shit I'm doing on this channel, so I hope you enjoyed this. And, catch you in the next one. Bye.